Hey guys, and welcome back. On the last episode of this account progression series, I made my first character, played through the tutorial, and completed the Rihanna Straits theme dungeon. After that, I ended up completing the Afterlands questline, which rewarded me with some permanent totems, and I killed my first boss, which was some sort of rock golem totem thing, which gave me some really cool items, and I completed my first set of dailies too, which was the Maple Tour and Monster Park. And I ended the episode at a level 115. But how did I fare for the next few days? Let's find out. Day 2 started with me completing my newly unlocked dailies, Monster Park and Maple Tour, which actually got me all the way to level 124. I re-cleared Zakum, the rock totem golem boss, and it earned me some more item upgrades, and then I decided I was going to keep doing theme dungeons to level as they seem to give quite a lot of experience. I wanted to do the Korean folk town, but I was just slightly too low a level, so I grinded on some mobs, and after hitting level 127, I started the Korean folk town questline. And it was a long one, with a lot of unskippable cutscenes, but pretty enjoyable overall. And whilst completing the story steps, I also took care of the wanted bounty board quests in the area. And before long, the questline was over and I hit level 142. Next, I decided to tackle the Temple of Time questline. This one was significantly shorter, thanks to having no cutscenes. And this was also where I learned I could actually double-click areas on the map and teleport there. Before, I had just been using the navigation system, which looking back on is hilarious, but it's nice to see progress. Day 3 started with me finishing up the Pink Bean boss pre-quest and also the Future Hennessy's questline. I then started the New Leaf City storyline, which had me killing a lot of pretty tough enemies, and there were definitely some memorable ones like these bombers that would explode on death, which killed me quite a lot of times. Maybe more times than I should be sharing, but doing the quests awarded me with this coin, which I brought a ring with because I was trying to fill out as many of my equipment slots as possible. I tried to continue the storyline, but this quest with the plants absolutely sapped my motivation. The plants were just not dropping what the quest required, and this step alone took me like 45 minutes. It was ridiculous. So, feeling slightly traumatized from that, I decided to hop quest lines to the Critias questline, which was way smoother. Despite the enemies being really strong and dying a few times, the quests gave a great amount of experience, and the quest steps themselves were not too long. This questline got me all the way to level 184, which was massive. And a bit quested out, I decided to just grind out until bedtime, and just to see how far I could get really, and I ended up hitting level 190. Day 4 started with me clearing some new bosses. Hilo was quite fun, and I enjoyed that the mechanics are a little bit spelled out for you, as there's a lot happening on the screen in MapleStory with really bright skill animations, or at least when you're playing Lara, I guess. So having a little pop-up telling me what the boss was doing was really useful. And next I killed Horntail, which was a pretty fun boss with a few phases. Nothing special, but I felt like maybe my character was way too overleveled for this boss. I was sort of just face tanking all the mechanics and let my summons put in the work. From my Horntail kill though, I got the pendant, which in my naivety I actually didn't equip because I thought it would unequip my experience pendant, which looking back on is pretty painful, but at least I know now you have 2 pendant slots. After that, I ended up just grinding on some mobs to hit level 199 and then completed a really short quest line to hit level 202. And then it was off to my 5th job advancement, which involved sort of collecting stones from the gods of MapleStory. However, it was already late at this point, so I just tried to do as many steps as I could, and When it told me to fight Magnus, I ended up doing the whole Magnus pre-quest, not realizing that for the job advancement I actually didn't need to do that. I just needed to click on the god again and click fight Magnus. So that was a fun little detour, which is hilarious to look back on, but definitely cost me a good chunk of time, so I wasn't really able to finish the job advancement that day. Day 5 was a really short day. I think I had a lot to do in real life, so I just finished the 5th job advancement and got completely overwhelmed by the really confusing V matrix, but tried some of my new skills and then logged off for the day. Day 6, I decided I wanted to try some more of the classes before I really picked one to main, and so I decided for my second character I was going to play Hero. I played through a variety of the level 30 theme dungeons, ended up hitting level 70. So this is where I actually really understood what link skills were. Before I thought there was some sort of buff that I could give to my party, but then I realized that they are passives that you earn from leveling new classes, and so I decided the next day I was going to research and grind out a lot of them. So on day 7, I ended up looking up what all the link skill passives were, and I decided to level a Mercedes to level 70 for the experience link skill. I sort of followed the same leveling path for all of my link characters, which was to complete the tutorial and then do the little follow-up quests until level 30, and then I would do all the theme dungeons, and this would usually get me to around level 60 or 65, where then I would just grind out on copper drakes until level 70. This day I had a lot of time to play, so I went a bit crazy and leveled a Mercedes, a Kana, an Aran, and an Evan. Safe to say my hands definitely hurt by the end of leveling the Evan though. The next day was sort of much the same. I ended up leveling just a Ho Young and an Arc to level 70. Day 9, I had gotten a Mega Burninator from logging in each day, and I decided to level up a Phantom with it for the critical strike chance link skill, and I ended up actually having enough time to get this character all the way to level 142 in one day, which was pretty nice. Day 10, I didn't have a whole lot of time to play, so I just quickly got an Ilium to level 70. Day 11 saw me unlocking the Kinesis and Pathfinder link skills, which increase critical damage and critical rate, respectively. And this is sort of how far I got on this account. The whole Soul Erda or Sewage situation was happening, and so I kind of stopped playing. I really wanted to see how the situation would pan out and decide if I would continue playing the game. So I made a few videos discussing the news as it was happening, and I went away to sort of gather my thoughts on the situation and to see if I would continue. It took quite a few days to decide, but I've actually decided I am going to continue playing, and not only that, but I'm actually going to restart on the new Hyperion server. I'll probably be starting today, shortly after this video releases, so a few days late, but I really wanted to experience progressing with a player base, and the EU Reboot server was really quite lonely for me. I never really encountered anyone while leveling, so yeah, I've decided to sort of start fresh with everyone and put this account on pause for now. And with the 0 to 100 event happening, I feel like I'll get to the stage that I'm at on this account pretty quickly. But I am, however, returning to work soon after having recently lost my previous job, so I probably won't be able to level as fast and progress as fast as other players and content creators, but I'll definitely try my best. I really want to experience what the endgame bossing in MapleStory is like, so yeah, let's get to it, I guess. Anyway, if you've gotten this far into the episode, I really appreciate you being here, and I really appreciate you checking out my videos. and I really hope to see you in the next one. And hey, on your way out, feel free to drop me a comment on whether you've decided to swap servers or not, and why. I really enjoy reading all your comments on my videos, and they really make my day. But anyway, that's all for now. I've been Will-O-Wisp, and thank you for watching.